Hello there, and welcome to Gamer Dad NZ. My name is Stephen. I'm a dad, and I'm a gamer. And I've made this channel as a sort of hub or a resource for people who are fathers or mothers who recently become fathers or mothers, and all of a sudden they don't have any time. Their favourite video games that they love playing before, they can't play them anymore because they have to constantly be on call for a baby that's crying or a child that needs attention. Just like my 19-year-old daughter here needs right now. Hello, Scarlett. How you going? Yeah, I'll squeeze this for you. You want it back? There you go. So, when Scarlett was born, almost 2 years ago, not quite, everything changed. She was really difficult to get to sleep for quite a long time, and we really struggled with that. And I had to constantly be aware and available all the time. So a lot of the games I used to love playing, like StarCraft 2, I just couldn't play anymore because they're not the kind of game you can just get up and walk away from. So I ended up, let's have a look. I ended up watching video games for the first time in my life, and I got into esports, and I'm glad I did. I still watch esports now, particularly professional StarCraft 2. And I've just started watching Dota 2, which I actually find more exciting, more interesting. So I was, in some future videos, I'm going to introduce those and sort of let you know what the best tournaments are to watch, in case you're interested. What's that? And just talk a little bit about the scene and what's interesting about it, and what I get out of it. And also, I'm going to continue to introduce games. Oh, it's nice to see some colour. Games that are suitable for someone who's got kids, because you need a particular kind of game. The kind of game you can play for a while and just walk away from when you need to, just quit and leave. StarCraft 2 is just about the worst possible game for me as a father. It's just, I don't play it. I don't even bother trying to play it anymore. Why is there light there? Why is there random light shining here? And now to explain what I'm doing, I'm playing DayZ, the standalone version, which has just come out on alpha on Steam. And I'm giving it a go. I've never played it before. Apart from yesterday, I had a little go, so I know the basics of how to open your inventory, find something to drink, find something to eat. That's about it. So this should be, if you're an experienced DayZ player, you're going to pretty much hate what I'm doing now. It's going to be like watching an 80-year-old lady try and fix a virus on a Windows PC. But if you've never seen DayZ before, then here we go. And I do not know what it's called, DayZ or DayZ. I don't know. DayZ kind of sounds cooler to me, but whatevs. Just a little bit about me. I'm 29 years old, just about 30. I'm going to have a keg party for my 30th. Sort of go back to my youthful roots. Oh, what's this? I think. Every time I play this, it's nighttime. I haven't played during the daytime once yet. It'd be really nice if just once I could play with the sun up, but no. So my immediate need in this game is that I need a drink, and I haven't started next to a town, which is unfortunate. Sometimes you can find ponds, and they recommend not to drink from them because if you get wet, you can get diseases, but I haven't found that happening yet. I just found them to be unlimited sources of fresh water which you could drink, which is good. But the ideal situation is either to find a bottle or bottled water, and then get a water pump. And water pumps, they're sort of contested in some ways. because they're usually in. There's just not that many of them. They're in towns, and everyone wants to go and get water, so that can be a place where you can get killed by the players. So although it's a zombie survival game, you can kill other people, and most of the people I've met have killed me on sight, or tried to at least. One time, yesterday, I got to the point where I actually was quite well kitted out. I had an axe and a backpack, and I had a little bit of food, and I had some drink, and I just feed right up on water, so I was pretty good in terms of thirst. And a guy came up and attacked me with his bare fists, and I had an axe, so I just whack, hit him once, and he just ran away, and I just saw blood, a trail of blood, off in the distance. That was pretty satisfying. So this is interesting. It's almost too realistic. The distance is so far between things, and right now there are no vehicles. They haven't implemented them yet, so there's no fast way to get from A to B. I think I can see something up ahead. So talking about esports, I'm pretty excited about coming up shortly is the StarCraft 2 Pro League, which is I don't know if you know anything about, if you ever know anything about the StarCraft and esports, but StarCraft, the original StarCraft Brood War, the expansion to the first game, was a huge hit, and especially in South Korea, had a massive following, and people still play it and follow it today. And Pro League was it's the team event. So the way that works is that you have teams of players, and they compete against each other, not in like group team games, but two teams of say 5 people compete, and they have a bunch of 1v1 games, and there's different formats, and basically if your team gets the most wins, then you win. Oh, here we go. So I'm dying of thirst, but I got a good hat, so that's the main thing, right? Oh, gosh darn it. Sometimes you start right next to a town and it's dangerous because there's zombies and people around, but at least there's a water pump somewhere. But today I am in the middle of nowhere. Yes, so Pro League starting up soon. I think it's the December the 29th or something like that, or 28th. And I think that in terms of watching StarCraft, it's the most exciting, interesting event for me, because you really get to, it goes on for like 9 months, this one tournament, and they have rounds where every team plays every other team, and there's 8 teams, and you get to really know all the players, and I found it really interesting, really enjoyable. I subscribed, paid to watch it last year. It was only $5 for the whole season last year, but I also pay to watch the GSL, which is the premier, single player tournament, just individual league tournament. Oh, there's a town up ahead, I think, or something. Maybe not. And that costs $20 US per season, and there are maybe 4 to 6 seasons a year. So I've probably paid close to $300 worth of subscription fees just to watch other people play games. But it's been well worth it. I've got a lot out of it. In fact, the weird thing is, I haven't played StarCraft for maybe 6 months, but if I go back, I'm actually pretty good. I mean, I'm not good at all, but it's amazing just from watching how you can keep the skill levels up, just because you're up with the meta game, and you're thinking about the game a lot. You know about strategy. And of course the other game I've been watching quite a bit of lately, and I don't really know what the best thing is to watch yet, is Dota 2. So I've been following a couple of tournaments, one called Star League, another one called the D2L, which is just finished. And there's just so many tournaments all the time. In fact, Dota 2 is getting bigger all the time, and I'm hoping that it actually takes over League of Legends and becomes the most popular MOBA style game in the world, because it's a fantastic game. It's really good. And Valve, Valve have a reputation for being a company who make really good quality stuff, and they listen to their customers, and they do. They really do. They put out a lot of content for the game, and they update it constantly. It's really good. It's impressive. So I've been playing a bit of Dota as well. Obviously, I only play Dota at night time once Scarlett's asleep, and that's usually by the time I get home from work and finish cooking and doing the kitchen and everything else, I might get one game of Dota if I'm lucky. But that one game is always good, and it's just a game I really enjoy playing, and I want to continue playing and getting good at over time. Come on, drink. That's not drink, that's empty. Well, this power station's been a big disappointment. I wanted a drink, and I didn't get it. Must be a coal power station. Or maybe it's just not even a power station, maybe it's just a, I don't know, what do you call it, a transmission tower, a station, something like that. Oh, zombie. That is a zombie. I don't really want to draw his attention, so I'll just keep going. So I live in Auckland in New Zealand, for those of you who know about the Kiwi accent. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, great. Well, this is a fantastic time to end this video. My daughter has just soiled her nappy, and it's my turn to change it. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm hoping that this is the modest beginnings of something worthwhile. And I look forward to creating some more content soon. Catch you next time.